Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Matthews here from M&L FOREX Traders. I hope you're doing great. So I just want to come to you guys with some psychology video. All right. So I'm so big on psychology, man. I'm so big on changing the way you think about the market, because that's the only way to consistency in these markets, right? That's the only way you're going to ever achieve consistency. That's if you are able to work on your mind consistently, right? It's extremely important. Really, really, really important. So, if you want to be able to achieve consistency in this market, you must accept how random the market can be. The randomness of the outcome of each individual trade, while still believing and having a confidence in your system that it's able to produce a consistently profitable result over time, not on a trade by trade basis, but however on a larger sample size, on a series of trades. You must have that belief in your system that it's able to produce a great result over a series of trades. However, on a trade by trade basis, there's absolutely no way to know what's going to happen next. Okay, it's only when you actually really accept that, then you are actually going to transition to thinking like a pro. You don't have to know exactly what's going to happen on this particular trade, and there's literally no way to know what's going to happen right now. However, there's a way to know if your system works. There's a way to know if your system works over a series of trades. So do the back testing. Really have data that shows that your strategy works. Then you can just focus on executing, making sure that you're executing your trades flawlessly. That's one thing you have control over. You have no control over what's going to happen. Look, this trade right now is on crude oil. We caught a very beautiful trade yesterday. I sent this trade yesterday. Let me just show you. The crude oil bar was here, right here. You can clearly see the stop loss was almost like 50 pips and our target was like 800 pips. Beautiful, right? Now look what happened. This is the same trade right now, and it has dropped. So far, it has dropped over 540 pips. Imagine how crazy that is. That's 540 pips, and this trade was shared in our private community. Beautiful trade, everything exactly how we want it. The setup, even the confirmation, we have our confirmation just right there, and it was a beautiful trade. Right now, let me show you another trade. Gold, right here. Just from taking this particular trade, I also shared this trade with our private community. Let me just show you. So this is a good trade right here. It was a nice buy. You can clearly see that we had a beautiful rejection right there. Right, you can clearly see here that we had a nice rejection of that level right here. We had liquidity which was taken out, and we were looking for price to push to the upside. Guess what? It didn't work. Look, it went to the downside. Did we do anything wrong here? No, we followed our system. We followed what the system told us to do. But guess what? This one turned out to be a loss. Wow, the crude oil trade turned out to be a massive winner, right? So this proves the point I'm trying to actually say right now. On a trade by trade basis, there's absolutely no way to know what's going to happen next. However, you must have the confidence to actually execute the next trade, because the next trade is the most important trade, because you have absolutely no idea what's going to happen on that particular trade. That's a trade that can actually save you. That's a trade that can actually make you money. So it's not about being right. You can only care about being right or wrong if you can control the variables, if you can control the outcome in this case, we have no control over outcome. Then therefore, there's no, I mean, there's nothing like being wrong or right because we don't control the outcome. All right, we have no control over the outcome. We can control the process, but not the outcome. And when you can clearly see that you can have the same process but have different results, that should already shift the way you're looking at the market. That should have you looking at the market different, because this is really something. So the outcome of any individual trade is purely random. However, when you have a system that you have backtested and it has shown to have positive expectancy over a series of trades, now you are talking we're talking a different language. Now you are talking something different. Now you're talking trading. That's real trading. Anyone that tells you that they know in advance what's going to happen on a particular trade, they're just lying to you. On a trade by trade basis, there's absolutely no way to know what's going to happen. So if you are struggling to find consistency in the market, if you are struggling to make a consistent profit in the market, one advice I have for you is that find a system that you're comfortable with. All right, find a system that you are comfortable with, and that system must have shown you a positive expectancy over a series of trades. All right, a series of, not just 5 trades or 10 trades. Make sure you back test, you forward test that system. Make sure it shows that over time it makes money, not on 2-3 trades. No, make sure you've back tested and it has shown that it has a positive expectancy over a series of trades. Once you have that in your corner, then you have to execute flawlessly without fear or hesitation. Execute that system flawlessly. No matter what happens on the next trade, no matter what happened on the previous trade, take the next trade as long as it meets the criteria. Take the next trade, because the next trade is the most important trade. That next trade can change your life. So as long as it meets the criteria, take that trade. Do this consistently while respecting your risk management. That's what makes a consistently profitable trader. That's what makes a consistently profitable trader, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about a strategy. It's about being able to execute your edge without errors. Making sure that you take all the trades that meet your criteria. That's how you make money. And knowing that on a trade by trade basis, there's absolutely no way to know. And that's how the professionals are able to produce consistent results, because they've switched their minds from thinking on a trade by trade basis or thinking in terms of outcome by focusing on the process instead of the outcome, and also thinking in terms of series of trade rather than thinking on a trade by trade basis. On a trade by trade basis, you are literally gambling. You have no way to know what's going to happen in that particular trade. Absolutely no way to know. I was really confident in this particular trade, like looked very good, give me all the confirmation. Guess what? It went against me. All right, so it is part of the game. You have to accept that for you to be able to make money consistently in the market. Otherwise, if you're going to trade on a trade by trade basis and expect to make money on that particular trade, which is going to lead to you over risking on that particular trade, thinking that it's going to go in your favor, that's how you get burned. That's the reason why 90% of traders lose money, because they think on a trade by trade basis, while professionals think over a series of trade basis. Retail traders think in terms of outcome, while professional traders focus on the process, because they know that that's the only thing that they have control over. That's the only thing that they have control over. You have no control over what's going to happen. Really important to understand. All right. So please make sure that you remember that. I really wanted to share this with you guys. I hope you found value in this. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section, and make sure that you turn that that bell notification so that you get to be notified every time we drop a new video. You guys, until next time, take care of yourself. Goodbye.